Let me tell you, talking about calling him a handler, B. Remember when Joe Rogan fucking said that Brendan needs a handler? Let's see. This is our buddy Too Lazy to Try, the one who's at war with Tim Dillon.
So in this video, we have Brendan Schaub discussing
Listen to that
the beef
voice and look at that avatar. I don't think he's at war with anybody.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't even care, man. It's like, whatever. It's Tim Dillon sucks, but I'm just going to tell everybody he sucks and move on.
It's fucking great. Okay, so remember this.
Yeah, he's wrong about the theory. Look, Brendan's my boy, but he needs a handler. Yeah. He needs someone like me around him all the time. What are you going to do? No. Here's why. Yeah. And he'll go, yeah, you're right.
And then Brendan responded to this, and he obviously wasn't too happy about it, but he was mostly just going after Dana White.
Supportive when Bobby Lee is one of my closest friends. Me and Bobby talk all. No one's been more supportive when I started than Bobby Lee, dude.
And it seems like he can never finish a sentence. I don't know if he just cuts himself off because he knows that it just sounds ridiculous, or because he's Brendan and he's just confused sometimes.
By the way, he's just confused sometimes. It's hilarious.
You need is a better team around you. You have all the resources in the world. I see Kanye. You know this from time.
He's talking about Kanye, okay? This is very important. You have to hear that he doesn't get it. Ready?
And he's just confused sometimes.
What you need is a better team around you. You have all the resources in the world. I see Kanye. You know this from time to time. I see him all the time. The people around you should be ashamed of.
I see Kanye from time to time. I see him all the time. And then he says things.
Look at the way Brian's looking at him.
And watch this.
You know this from time to time. I see him all the time. The people around you should be ashamed of themselves that they allowed you to do
I don't think
he's
controllable, Bubba. I think the minute you tell him what to do, you get fired.
Yeah, Kanye's like that.
That damn Kanye. Mm-hmm. Such a Kanye.
Big Gay Lion is walking on big gay eggshells around you every fucking day. So don't start with how fucking being afraid of being fired. All right, Papa?
I don't. The problem with power like that is you surround yourself with people who are looking for a paycheck, and they just know they're dealing with crazy.
Come on, man. Seriously?
I think he's just telling Brendan to his face.
Yeah, this is what it feels like, right?
And they just yes you to death.
So they get the money, but that's probably
Brian's definitely right here. I don't think anybody's really getting through to Kanye. I don't want to get into all that drama too much, but I think it's going to take a lot for him to change his mind. And like they said, I'm sure he just surrounds himself with yes men, like most people do, that become insanely famous. So then after this, Brendan starts talking about how Joe is able to handle criticism. And if one of his friends disagrees with what he has to say, they can call him up and he'll listen to them and maybe change his opinion. And I guess they all just do that for each other. And that's how they get into talking about the beef that Brendan had with Joe. I guess Joe called him up afterwards and talked to him about it. And Brendan now is claiming that it was all just a joke. But I feel like that's something Joe told him.
Lie. Fucking lying. First off, I don't believe that Joe called him. How about we start with that? Because I'm going to go even further.
To say.
But even Rogan has more money than God. But if Rogan posts anything, you can call Rogan up, like, what are you doing? He'll be like, God, you're fucking right, dude. That was a mistake.
No. You're lying.
I've had times where, like, Rogan
We'd all do that for each other. Well,
how come nobody called you and told you not to fucking go after Bobby Lee with death threats and the police?
Like, if I say you've done that?
I've done.
Why is Brian yelling?
We've done that before. I've done it.
He's crazy.
We did that thing.
I know why. I can answer for you. It's not his fault. I'm going to defend him. You're dealing with Sir Interrupts a lot. You have to be loud or he will interrupt you. You have to.
To you, you've done it to me multiple times. Rogan did to me, like, when I was, and this got so out of hand with the conspiracy with Dana and stuff like that.
Yeah, you were joking around.
Joking around that just got out of hand.
Like, you were trying to create
But then when you put my...
he was joking around.
You doubled down and said that was definitely a scam.
He was joking around, guys. That's the talking point. It was only joking.
Then when you put me against the wall, I'm like, hold on here, dude.
Yeah, it did not sound like Brendan was joking around when he first talked about it, but maybe it was like a cry for help to try to get Joe's attention or something.
Everything he's doing is a lie. You're fucking lying. If you guys are so cool, how come you weren't invited to Sober October and everybody else was?
Ooh,
Papa.
But Brendan is right. It was a good way to just stir up some controversy and get people talking about him. And a lot of people did actually believe in the conspiracy theory. But then I think once people realized that Brendan believed in it, they stopped talking about it.
That's very funny.
So true.
And then also Brendan... I hate the way Andrew Schulz sits.
I hate the way
Really
Andrew
bothers me.
Schulz lives.
Yes, that too.
38-year-old fucking wigger talking retard. I'm fucking sick of him. Especially after that Kanye thing he did, that monologue. By the way, monologue that he does. Jesus Christ, dressed like he fucking robbed the TJ Maxx. Christ almighty.
So he robbed somebody standing at a bus stop outside of a TJ Maxx.
Fucking seriously. What are you, a fucking kid on his first day of retard school?
Retard school.
Yeah, seriously. Holy fuck.
Wait, is that like for a school for retards, or will they teach you how to be a retard?
Yes.
They did that whole stand-up thing.
Oh, it was renamed to the San Francisco Comedy
Comedy
College.
Talking about Dana, which was pretty funny. And
Talking about Dana.
that Instagram post that he made going after Dana, obviously, like, people goofed on him and Joe got pissed, but it was pretty funny and people are talking about it, so it's not that bad. And it seemed like he enjoyed it.
Andrew Schulz sits the way did fucking Martin Short did when he did Jiminy Glick when he was messing around.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It sounded like something he's running with, and I think he really likes.
What's this thing with Bobby Lee?
Fucking leggings if I
Tell
hate
me
you.
about it. What was his wife's name? June?
June, yeah.
I was speaking with June earlier, saying that Bobby Lee was cheating and they broke up because of you. Is that true?
He starts hitting it with a paper. I would give anything to have a Jiminy Glick interview with Brendan Schaub. I would fucking do the best.
And by the way, if you've already watched all the Jiminy Glicks, then you can just watch Hey EW because RJ
Yeah.
City borrows.
Bro, he does. I think he's admitted it too.
You know, and
He's
trying to get
fucking
up
Wardlow pop his shirt off.
Yeah.
He's like, now the chicks are watching. He's like, yes, and the audio people are furious at you.
under his skin. But then also this
Oh, I thought these were going to be glasses of wine. They're plastic. That killed me.
did lead to Joe
Brought
talking
you
about how
wine.
Brendan needs a handler, which Brendan was obviously not too happy about, because then, as we'll see right here, Brendan talks about how he called Joe, and he's like, dude, that's not cool. You shouldn't have said that.
I don't believe all this, but if I were going to, that's what I do.
That's right.
And then Dana picks it up, and I do his stuff, and even Rogan was like, "What are you doing, dude? Why would?" And you're gonna make a bit about it. I'm like, I need like for me, it's fun.
Ah, he almost slipped. Did you hear that?
Almost slipped.
I need content. Did you hear that?
Yeah, you got a
For
lot
me,
of shows.
it's fun. I need content.
You got a lot of shows to fill up time on, and you ain't got Theo Vaughn to sit there for 2 hours now and go, "Hey man, what's with that outfit, man? You look like some kind of gay astronaut or something, man. What are you doing, man? You look like some kind of bedazzled rodeo clown or something, dude." What's literally that's literally how Brendan made money. Was, I don't know, Theo, just rip on my sneakers for an hour and we'll get out of here.
I needed content.
Yeah.
And I was like, I still don't dislike Dana. I have fun. He goes, "Don't do that one." All right, you're right. And then when he goes on the show, he goes, "Oh,
What is
Brendan's
this fashion thing now where everybody looks dirty?
They're dirty.
Like, I mean, he looks like he should be standing at a 7-Eleven at 7 p.m. getting his dinner.
Good point.
Fresh off the back of a pickup truck.
Mexican chic.
Yeah, exactly. He looks like he should be standing in a fucking Home Depot parking lot.
I can't wait for Vogue's day worker show they're going to do lately. It's going to be people with lawnmowers and Mexican hats. Honestly, she's going to show up with grass stains next week. Watch.
Yeah, but now we can at least unironically use Papa.
Oh, Papa. Nice cast, Papa.
Don't do that one. All right, you're right. And then when he goes on the show, he goes, "Oh, Brendan needs a handler." And my friends and family call me like, "Rogan needs a handler." I called him. I texted him. I tried calling him, text him.
He didn't pick up.
I was like, "Are you shitting me, dude? Handler?" And then he wrote me this long thing like, "You're right. Shouldn't have said that. You know, blah blah." And he gave me his reason. I went, "I know, but you don't need." He goes, "You're right. You shouldn't have said that. You're not helping my cause, dude. I'm already fighting a good fight here."
What good fight?
What good fight are you? I'm sorry. I understand that people recovering from
Raging against the dying of the light, you faggot.
No, he's raging against the dying of his brain, bro. Are you kidding me?
What are you, Joan of Arc?
Yeah.
You fucking piece of shit.
Jeez, what are you talking about? The oncoming storm of you not being able to control your bowels because your brain got punched in a fucking pudding, Brendan? Let's relax, man.
Yo, I'm fighting a good fight here. I'm like basically like the Finnish resistance during the Nazi times, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure fucking selling mid whiskey and dressing like a fucking zoomer is really fighting the good fight. What are you fighting the good fight with, huh? Jesus Christ, your food trucks? Is that what you're doing?
You're not helping me. He was like, "You're right. Won't do it again." I was like, "Yeah, I would never do that to you, ever do."
So it sounds like Joe kind of apologized to Brendan for it.
I don't believe it.
even though who the hell knows what really happened, because Brendan never really tells the truth. He always kind of changes up the story a little bit. But it's funny that all his friends and family were telling him right away, like, dude, Joe just said you needed a handler. Like, it's this big news. And then Brendan couldn't even get Joe to answer the call, it sounds like. He had to text him. That sucks. But I think Joe is probably just too busy playing grab ass with Mark Zuckerberg.
I'm not the one playing grab ass with Mark Zuckerberg, letting him rent out Thick Boy Studios.
And I'm talking like this for some reason.
Yeah, it's his new gimmick. It's so annoying.
Oh my God. Brendan, stop. You don't need a handler, all right? What you need is to stop doing comedy, and then everything's fine. Everything else will fix itself, Baba.